How's it going, everyone? Got quite a lot to talk about in this video. A Stellar Blade feature that has been clamored for. It seems everybody wants it, and it seems like Shift Up is very much aware of that fact, so we'll talk about it. It looks like it is going to be coming, and I think it's a great idea to not give it out right away, given I've talked about it before, but you want to space out these updates for a plethora of reasons. But we'll talk about that. Speaking of updates, Granblue Fantasy Relink will be getting a major update here this week. This coming week, I should say. This is a game that's not as much in the news cycle anymore, but man, it did very well when it initially came out. One of the better games of the year. We'll talk about that. And we'll also talk a little bit about Black Ops 6, as that is going to be the next Call of Duty game, and it looks like the PlayStation 4 still has life in it. We'll talk that at the end of this video. But first of all, photo mode. Development on that for Stellar Blade is in progress. Famitsu asking, I have a feeling that users are eagerly awaiting so-called photo mode in the update that will allow them to take pictures freely. Kim noted, unfortunately, we can't give it to you right away, but we would like to implement it. If we do implement it, we want to make sure it is of high quality, and we are in the process of making it, so please be patient. Do you mean that you want to implement a function that goes beyond simply stopping time and taking pictures? We are looking at a variety of features, so bear with us. I could see things like poses, maybe like a variety of different settings and backgrounds you can use. I don't know. Photo modes these days are like a staple, especially in PlayStation exclusives. I feel like it's a feature that people love to tinker around with, especially with these games that are gorgeous from a visual standpoint, and then you've got games with like incredible open worlds and just world design that a photo mode just makes all the sense in the world. Now, I'm sure a lot of you guys want this photo mode so you can take in the gorgeous scenery that's in Stellar Blade, and I'm sure it's not going to be used to do some nefarious things. I mean, let's just be honest here. You guys aren't about the nefarious behaviors. I trust you with that, but yeah. But obviously, photo mode is going to be a big addition to Stellar Blade, and hopefully they do add it here shortly. But like I said in previous videos, I think it's a great idea to streamline these updates in the sense of doing an update every month or every couple of months. You want to keep this game in the news cycle, really, for the rest of this year. And how do you do that? Well, you do sizable updates that really do give a reason for people to go back and check out the game. And if you want to keep doing it as free updates, hey, by all means do that. But you got the boss challenge mode, you added some suits in that as well. I feel like you could have separated that. You could have easily done the boss challenge mode and the suit that's tied to boss challenge with that update, and then saved the other suits for a future update. But you know, they know what they're doing. The game is selling incredibly well. I just think it would be very advantageous of them to do updates consistently. And hey, if they put out 3-4 free content updates, at that point after that, I think if they do a paid update, people would be like, hey, they've given us so much free content, and I think it would be a really, really good idea. Like, I would be on the phone, Sony, making calls to get a DLC and expansion out for Stellar Blade, and then when you do release the game on PC, I'm interested in the fact of who is the publisher for the PC release going to be. If it's going to be Shift Up directly, then I don't think Sony has to think as much about doing an expansion and then being able to bundle it all together so they can publish it on PC. If this is going to be a Shift Up directly published title, I think from their standpoint, it would be very advantageous to still do a $20 expansion that adds 6 to 8 hours of gameplay. It's just been a very, very effective model, as we've seen with games like Ghost of Tsushima and Horizon Forbidden West. You bundle in a little bit, and that'll keep the value a little bit higher when the PC release does come out, and people would be more willing to drop $60 to $70. I just feel like that makes a ton of sense. But photo mode, obviously, gonna be a free update. Nobody ever charges for a photo mode, so that'll be fine. I should say nobody at this point. You're damn right, at some point, you know one of these publishers are gonna be like, photo mode? We'll add that to the deluxe edition, because, yo, if they're baking a New Game Plus to these deluxe editions now, I could easily see photo mode being baked into deluxe editions. Alright, moving on from that, the Granblue Fantasy Relink version 1.30 update will be launching on May 31st. This is a major update for the game. This update will include Sandolphin Dolphin as a playable character and new features such as a photo mode, a map overlay, a new butterfly count indicator, and a sigil synthesis, more Wii pincers to collect, and much more. This is a major update for the game, adding a new character and various features. If you have yet to check out Granblue Fantasy Relink, now truth be told, the game is still holding up in price. It's not like a Persona 3 Reload, where Persona 3 Reload is regularly going for like sub $40 or sub $45 at this point, like 45 on the PlayStation Store, 40 physically. Granblue Fantasy Relink is not seeing sales at that level, so if you want to buy the game, you're still probably going to be dropping 50 to 60 bucks on it. Now, Persona 3 Reload did start as a $70 game. Granblue at least started as a $60 game. But, yeah, nice to see them continuing with these updates. We knew that the 3 major updates were going to come. Now the question is, what is going to be happening from here on out? Is there going to be more content updates, or is this kind of what we can expect out of Granblue Fantasy? The game seemingly did incredibly well from a commercial standpoint, so hopefully we'll get more content, or they will continue work on some sort of sequel or more content within the Granblue universe, because I do think this is an IP with a lot of potential over here stateside. Granblue's been around for a very long time, but stateside, we kind of had the fighting games. Relink had been long awaited. Given the lengthy development cycle of this game, you have the infrastructure now in place. You know that people enjoy it. You know that people want more, and a full-on new game and expansion, I think all of that could make a lot of sense. Lastly, I do want to note, this news is absolutely insane to me. Information regarding Call of Duty Black Ops 6 has surfaced online, specifically concerning the game's pre-order status at GameStop, and GameStop is indicating that you will be able to pre-order the game on PlayStation 4 for $70. It's noted for Series X, PS4, and PS5. That is absolutely insane to me, and Insider Gaming has been able to verify with multiple sources that the image is legitimate and that Black Ops 6 will be coming to past generation consoles. As for why the image does not feature an Xbox One version, Series X and S has the smart delivery, so it'll probably be cross-generation right out the gate, but man, we are, what, 4 years into this generation, and the PlayStation 4 is still kicking. Now, when did Call of Duty ultimately drop PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 when we were into the PlayStation 4 era? 2015, I believe, was the last one. Yes, 2015 was Black Ops 3, and that was 2 years after the release of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, because PS4 X1 came out in 2013. What was after Black Ops 3? Was it Infinite Warfare? Yes, it was. Infinite Warfare was in 2016, and by that point, it was PlayStation 4, Xbox One only. So that was 2016 versus the 2013 launch of the PS4, Xbox One. We are now talking 2024 versus the 2020 launch of the PS5 and Xbox Series, and we are still releasing last generation versions of Black Ops 6. I don't know, maybe there's an audience out there, maybe Call of Duty isn't this extravagant game where being next-gen only would really benefit the franchise that much, and maybe they realize they can sell a lot more copies. There were rumblings of games like Jedi Survivor getting ported down to the PS4 and X1, which that sounded insane to me, and looks like, you know, cooler heads prevailed on that one. That sounds like a train wreck waiting to happen if that will be the case, but Black Ops 6 still on last gen. I know our audience not big Call of Duty guys, but I find this rather surprising. I feel like with the Black Ops nomenclature, this would be a great opportunity to move on and do a next gen only Call of Duty, but hey, we're still gonna be rocking on PS4 with Black Ops 6. I'm sure it'll sell copies. Like, there's an audience out there for sure, especially with the casual audience that Call of Duty does draw. It's just incredibly surprising to me. But that is going to do it for me. Again, a major feature in Stellar Blade, long awaited in photo mode, is in progress. Hopefully that'll be out sometime in the summer. I think a July release would make perfect sense. Reignite interest in that game in the heat of the summer. Granblue Fantasy Relink getting an update on May the 31st. Sand Dolphin will be introduced along with new additions and new quality of life features. And Black Ops 6 still coming out on last-gen platforms. What a world we live, guys. What a world we live in. But that'll do it for me. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.